Guys, I'm here with Billy the Kid, man, SRC channel. Billy, how you doing today, man?
Good, man. Glad to be here. It's always good being in North Carolina. Nice weather, other than a little rain shower we had earlier, but it feels good out here. I'm in a t-shirt. Up home, it's like 40, 50 degrees, so.
Yeah, you getting snow up there, or?
Yeah, we've been getting a little bit of everything up there. Mother Nature's just being a bee this time of year.
Yeah, well, you get to travel, man. I saw you in Florida having some good times down there, man. How'd you like Florida?
I love Florida, man, especially in the winter. Like,
yeah.
In the summer, I'm sure it's too damn hot, but in the wintertime, it feels good.
So, buddy, what can you tell me about this hot rod, man? I see you got it back out, the OG.
Yeah, so we pretty much redid basically everything. The front suspension, it's got Jeff Thomas long travel shocks now. It's got a 417 Motorsports K member. We put an aluminum block in it. We took a little bit of stroke out of it this year, and it's a 372 rather than the normal 400 that I run. We took about 300 pounds out of the nose, and we're running the same turbos. They'll go a little bit longer now with the less cubic inch.
So these were the same turbos you had with the existing engine setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What transmission you running with it?
It's a Power Glide from Vickers Performance Transmissions in Alliance, Ohio. They call it the Battle Axe. It puts up with everything that I can do to it. So.
How about fuel system?
It's got an Automotive 10.0 in the back right now. I've been waiting on a cable for the belt drive for a while. So I plan on doing a belt drive. But for now, the 10.0 will get me by for back end of the track and street racing. So.
What rear end you're running in it?
It's a Ford 9-inch from Mosier. It's got Willwood disc brakes on it. It's a 410 gear right now. And that's pretty much it.
You still running leaf spring out back?
Yeah, it's still leaf spring in the back. It's got the factory leaf springs from '88 in it. Cal tracks and anti-roll bar. That's all you need.
Nice, man. So once you dial this all in, are you gonna be doing more backside, front side? What are your goals with it?
My goal is really to set it up for backside and street racing more than anything. But I will be able to take it to some front sides and fly if I turn it up. It should make 16 to 1700 horsepower pretty easy.
Nice,
made
man.
Like over 600 NA, so
that's dope. What was it making before?
It only made like 525 or 530 before on motor, and that was on an engine dyno. It's pretty stingy, but yeah, I mean it's been 5.0 at 145 before on the old setup.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for 470s, 460s maybe.
Nice, man. A little bit off topic, man. Your YouTube, man, the street racing channel. How did that come about, name-wise, and just the whole process of like just that beginning?
So I started out basically trying to video everybody else because there wasn't anybody in my area that was doing it at the time, and I felt like there were some guys out there that deserved some recognition. They just weren't getting it. So I started videoing other people, and in the winter months it kind of got slow, you're trying to keep up with content and stuff, so we started filming what we were doing, and people seemed to like that even more. So it just kind of took off from there.
You doubled up on what started to work, man. So
yeah, people like the family aspect of it, and what it takes to get to the racetrack and working in the shop and stuff, and it just kind of took off from there. And I started in 2017, and I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know you could make money on YouTube or anything. Yeah. And within a few years, it was enough to where I could start paying for helpers and paying Tommy to help me film. And in the beginning it was rough, but it's starting to pay off.
You paved up. You made a way. The street racing channel name, because that's genius, man. I mean, if you Google street racing, you put on YouTube street racing. Where did that name come from? Did you build the name? Did how did that happen?
I picked the name. At first it was going to be Ohio Street, but I decided that I didn't want to narrow myself down to one area, and I wanted to be really broad.
Genius, man.
I figured, what's more broad than just street racing channel? You can do so much with that.
Yeah.
And it stuck, and it's easy to remember. I had Tommy draw me up a logo in his little digital art class in high school, and that's the same one we've used
dope.
For
forever,
all these years.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a branded thing, and everybody knows it when they see it. I walk around the track, I see your shirts, your hats, hoodies. you're everywhere, man. You're killing it on the scene. I mean, you guys are producing great content, man. It's just,
we try.
it is what
We're
it
trying
is.
to do more and more, you know, but it's hard. It takes a lot of time. People don't realize how much time it takes to sit down and edit a video and go through all the footage and make something decent, you know, out of it. Because we'll film for 4 hours, but only use 20 minutes of it, you know.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of stuff to go through and a lot of storage and stuff like that. It just takes a long time.
Awesome, man. The Mustang, man, Stranger Things. I know that I know you sold it and you enjoyed it. What was the feeling with that, man? I mean, I know it was a different vibe. You know,
I was really enjoying driving that car and doing something different. I felt like we got so far away from where we started. The cars are getting so much faster. I wanted to take a step back and do something more relatable. You know, who hasn't had a 302 and a Fox body or a 350 and an S10 on nitrous? Like, it's just more relatable, and it kind of brought the fun back into it. You know, we were getting a lot more street races, whereas now with street racing, it's kind of hard to get grudge races set up because no one wants to lose. No one wants an L on their record, but with that stuff, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, you
were
can
just
be,
having
you can be
fun
that
with
much
it.
faster next week, you know?
Well,
And
I saw the joy
cars
you had with it, man, when you were just driving it and enjoying it and stuff like that. And I mean, there's content for everybody, but it's true what you're saying, man, that brings a lot of, you know, joy, and it almost reminds you of what, you know, those beginning days were when it just then gets overly complicated and you lose track of things. I saw you even go to New York and race it out there, man. That was pretty dope, huh?
Yeah, that was fun. We broke it racing Tyler, but you know, that's just part of the journey, man. We went out there with all intentions of racing, and then we just made a trip of it and vlogged it like a documentary, and that's one of our best videos from last year. People loved it. So
awesome, man. So SRC, man, where do you see it in 10 years from now? Putting in the work like you guys are putting in it. What do you where do you see yourself at?
10 years, I would hope that we have, like, I'd love to have 1 million subscribers. You know, we're closing in on 300,000 now. I think in 3 more years we could have 500.
Yeah, I believe so.
3 more. And I just want to be able to make more content and make really good content. It's original. So.
Awesome, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you, man, in this killer hot rod as soon as you get it up and going. And appreciate you taking the time, man, and talking to us. I got one more question from the chat because we're live as we did this, guys. For you guys who are watching this on a video, you know, we're live right now at Dig or Die. So here was the first question that popped out. Will you race War in the Woods?
Yeah, I'll be at War in the Woods. I'm not sure if I'll be at the spring one or the fall one, but I'll be at one of them this year.
There you go. So he says he'll be here at War in the Woods, guys. So we got no more time, man. This is what it is, guys. SRC channel, Billy the Kid, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Thank you.